Today I spoke about loving kindness from the Buddhist Brahma Viharas at my church. And I'm trying to get a decent recorded version for myself, and that's what we're doing here. I'm going to focus on loving kindness. I'm beginning with the words of Sharon Salzberg from her book, Loving Kindness. Spiritual practice, by uprooting our personal mythologies of isolation, uncovers the radiant, joyful heart within each of us and manifests this radiance to the world. We find beneath the wounding concepts of separation a connection, both to ourselves and to all life. We find a great source of happiness that is beyond concepts and beyond convention. Freeing ourselves from the illusion of separation allows us to live in a natural freedom, rather than being driven by preconceptions about our boundaries and limitations. The Buddha described the spiritual path that leads to freedom as the liberation of the heart, which is love. And he taught a systematic, integrated path that moves our heart out of isolating contraction into true connection. That path is still with us as a living tradition of meditation practices that cultivate loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. These four qualities are amongst the most beautiful and powerful states of consciousness we can experience. Together they are called in Pali, which was the language that the Buddha spoke, the Brahma Viharas. Brahma means heavenly. Vihara means abode or house or home. By practicing these meditations, we establish loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity as our home. Of the four Brahma Viharas, I'm only going to address the first one, loving kindness, today. Through loving kindness, everyone can flower again from within. When we recover knowledge of our own loveliness and that of others, blessing happens naturally and beautifully. Loving kindness is the first of the Brahma Viharas, the heavenly abodes. The others, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, grow out of loving kindness, which supports and extends these states. In our culture, when we talk about love, we usually mean either passion or sentimentality. It is crucial to distinguish loving kindness from both of these states of consciousness. Passion is enmeshed with feelings of desire, of wanting, controlling, owning, and possessing. By contrast, the spirit of loving kindness is unconditional, open, and unobstructed. Like water poured from one vessel to another, loving kindness flows freely, taking the shape of each situation without changing its essence. When we practice loving kindness, we open continuously to the truth of our experience, changing our relationship to life. Love, not bound to desire, does not have to pretend that things are other than they are. In cultivating love, we remember the most powerful truths the Buddha taught, that the mind is naturally radiant and pure. It is because of visiting defilements that we suffer. We know directly from our own experience that when certain states of consciousness arise within us, they have a tormenting quality. States like anger, fear, guilt, and greed, when they knock at the door of our awareness and we invite them in, we lose touch with the fundamentally pure nature of our mind. And then we suffer. We can understand the inherent radiance and purity of our minds by understanding loving kindness. Anger generated within ourselves or within others can be met with love. Love is not ruled by anger. The loving mind can observe joy and peace in one moment and then grief in the next moment, and it will not be shattered by that change. A mind filled with love can be likened to the sky with a variety of clouds moving through it. Some are light and fluffy, others are ominous and threatening. No matter what the situation, the sky is not affected by the clouds. The sky is free. No external condition can prevent love. No one can stop it. The awakening of love is not bound up in things in a certain way. Loving kindness, like the true nature of mind, is not dependent. It is not conditioned. Directly seeing the natural radiance of our minds reteaches us our loveliness. Recognizing our own power to love points us directly to recognize this primordial radiance. And now I'm going to interject and leave Sharon Salzberg's words. The meditations associated with the Brahma Viharas are essentially variations on intending love for ourselves, for our loved ones, our benefactors, individuals we feel neutrally towards, and difficult individuals, as well as all life. 3 traditional phrases used for loving kindness meditation are, may I be peaceful and free of suffering, may I be happy, may I be strong and confident, and then we wish these things for the other lives that we're focusing upon. Setting our intention with meditation and focusing on loving kindness shifts our consciousness in subtle ways. Occasionally, it shifts our consciousness in dramatic ways. In my experience, shifting to this state of consciousness seems to correspond to the Buddhist image I shared several weeks ago. Our consciousness is like a lake. When we allow peace to calm the storms within our souls, the waters of our consciousness become still, and they reflect the glory of the heavens, and they allow us to see the secrets that lie within the ocean of our consciousness. We will finish with a few more words from Sharon. Our potential to love is very real and is somehow not destroyed no matter what we experience. No matter the mistakes that we might make, all of the times that we are caught in reaction, all of the times that we have caused pain, and all of the times that we have suffered. Through practicing loving kindness in meditation and in daily life, we cultivate this potential. Loving kindness joins with our intention and partners with us in healing ourselves and in bringing healing to our world. It is in this spirit that I can tell you, I love you. That is how I ended my talk on loving kindness today.